Operational intelligence enables IT operations teams to make smarter, faster decisions for enhancing user experience and improving IT service quality through cross-domain contextual intelligence. Built on an open, powerful engine, it provides users with comprehensive insights by ingesting and analyzing a diverse dataset including metric, topology, text, and log data. Operational intelligence today provides out-of-the-box integrations with CA Spectrum, CA Unified Infrastructure Management, CA Performance Management, CA Applications Performance Management, CA Network Flow Analysis, and CA Application Delivery Analysis. In addition to that, bringing in third-party data is just 3 clicks away through an API-based ingestion tool called OpenConnect. OpenConnect supports the ingestion of various data categories such as logs, alarms, metrics, events, inventory, and groups. In this video, you will learn how to configure the out-of-the-box certified data sources and configure additional third-party data sources. On the Operational Intelligence platform, the data source configurations have been added to the Settings page, where other admin configurations like notification channels, policies, and role-based access control are also available. For configuring OpenConnect, click on the Data Sources tile. It will show you the certified third-party integrations listed as out-of-the-box profiles on the landing page. The list displays the data sources whose profiles are bundled with OpenConnect. Here, let's add the out-of-the-box data source, SCOM Alarms. Click SCOM Alarms. Observe the pre-configured API and authentication is already mapped. Now you need to specify the details of your SCOM server. Let's edit the SCOM server details in the API address field and replace the Alert ID tag with your Alert ID. Then specify the server credentials. Edit the login URL and authentication mode URL with your SCOM server details. Also specify the domain and workstation details. Mention the polling intervals, which means that at every specified interval, the server will pull the data. Then click Validate. A message confirms that the validation is successful. During validation, it verifies if the source is available, credentials are correct, and if the data can be fetched. Scroll down and observe that the operational intelligence attributes are mapped with the data source attributes. Here you need to ensure that all the required fields you want to fetch are populated. Observe the required fields such as the alarm ID, message, severity, and timestamps are pre-mapped with the attributes of operational intelligence. You can also make changes by specifying the value in the override field. Let's override the value of the product field with Ops SCOM. This will help in identifying and filtering data in Operational Intelligence platform. Click Save to save changes, and this will start fetching the data on the Operational Intelligence platform. In this way, you can configure the out-of-the-box data sources. To verify the data is coming from the data source, let's navigate to the Alarms Analytics page. Let's set a filter on the source product. Click on the plus icon, select Source Product from the list, click More. Set the operator as equal and mention the data source as Ops SCOM as specified during data source configuration. Then click Add. Observe an alarm generated by this data source is listed. If you have another monitoring tool which is not part of the certified list, you can configure them within a few clicks. Let's see how. From the Settings page, click on the Data Sources tile. Click Add Source. Let's add a third-party data source, Cisco Prime. Then enable the Collect Data toggle button, which fetches the data stored in this data source. Set the authentication type as Basic Auth and specify the API details from where you want to extract the data. Next, enter the credentials, map to alarms, and specify the polling intervals. Then click Validate. Once the data source is validated, you have to map the third-party data source attributes with the attributes of operational intelligence. In this situation, you can map the alarm unique ID with events ID. Similarly, you need to map the required fields, such as mapping message field with description, severity with severity, timestamp with timestamp, alarm URL with URL, unique ID with event ID, and so on. These are displayed at the API endpoint. Let's override the product value with ops prime, which will help in filtering and identifying the alarms raised by this data source on the Alarms Analytics page. Similarly, let's override the tags field by setting the value as Cisco Prime Alarms. Then click Save. A message confirms successful addition of the data source. To verify if the alarms are generated from this third-party data source, let's navigate to the Alarms Analytics page. As earlier, set a filter with Source Product Tag and set the search value as Ops Prime. If the alarms generated by this third-party data source are displayed. In this way, you can easily configure and bring in data from third-party data sources on your operational intelligence platform. Thank you for watching this video. For more detailed information about this product, click the information bubble in the top right corner to load the product page. From here you can visit product documentation, support, communities, or see the learning paths.